Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a great start to your Monday. Joining us today on the Live Desk is Michelle Stempian. She is the Education and Community Program Manager over at the Holland Museum, and she's here to discuss a brand new exhibit coming to the museum later on this week that explores the history of Idlewild. Michelle, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. No, and we want to, of course, talk about the new exhibit and really everything that the Holland Museum is going to be offering over the course of its stay at the museum. The exhibit is titled Black Eden, Idlewild's Past, Present, and Future, and it really explores the history of that once bustling resort town for Black Americans. Is that correct, Michelle?
Yes, absolutely. You kind of summed it up really well there.
Yeah, no, I think one of the big things, of course, is exploring that history and really how it first came to be. Is that kind of tell us about some of the things that are a part of the exhibit itself?
Sure. We are so excited to host this exhibition, which does open this Friday to the public. So that is July 29th. And this exhibition is really to tell that story of Idlewild. I know just even a few years ago, was not aware of Idlewild, and that was something I didn't know anything about. So I think a lot of people are in the same situation, and it's so important to tell this story about this community that developed in this area of Michigan. That was a resort community for African Americans. It was founded in 1912, and it became not only an area for tourism, but also just became a community. It's a place where many people grew up, but it was a place of respite and community and leisure for African Americans during the Jim Crow era. And it's just so important to be able to tell this story. The Holland Museum, we work really hard to tell everyone's story, and we felt this was a story that needed to be told. We were lucky enough to be able to partner with Chris C.J. Kingdom Greer, who grew up in Idlewild. He is a descendant of one of the first Black owners and philanthropists from the town, Robert and Margaret Riffey. And he has also the Yates Township historian and archivist. So he has been collecting information and objects about Idlewild for years. His collection is outstanding, and we are really excited to be able to bring really what will only be a small portion of his collection, but hopefully some very key pieces that will tell the variety and the richness of the story of Idlewild.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Michelle, you did kind of touch on it a little bit in that answer there, just kind of the importance of being able to tell this story and have an exhibit all to its own. Is that kind of why the Holland Museum decided to set up this whole display and really put it on for quite a bit of time? I mean, you mentioned that it officially will be open to the public this Friday, and then it will last all the way until the beginning of October.
Right. Yes, all of those things. I mean, it's the museum's part of our vision and our mission is to tell everyone stories, but especially stories of marginalized communities. And this is a really important one to tell. But again, as a museum, we have to tell things through objects. Mm-hmm. And so like Chris, who has collected so many of these wonderful objects, photographs. He has things from different businesses that existed in Idlewild. We're going to have part of a quilt on display from one of the churches. So we're trying to tell the story of this rich community, talking about their faith community, the churches, their businesses, of course, the nightclubs, which was a major part of the tourism industry. They had so many amazing performers come and perform there, Louis Armstrong and Fats Domino, and incredible performers. So we'll be telling those stories. But again, we have to tell those stories through objects. The objects are important primary source documents. And so we needed to have, we couldn't tell the story just as a museum if we didn't have Chris's incredible collection. So people will be coming to see the objects of the things that that people used and had that were living there and growing up there, and experiencing what that culture in the community was like.
And obviously having those artifacts is a huge help in telling those stories. And Chris CJ Kingdom Greer will actually be a part of some of the other activities and other opportunities for people to learn more about Idlewild. Can you tell us some of those exclusive opportunities that are going to be happening throughout the exhibit stay at the museum?
Yes, we are so grateful to him for working with us and partnering with us on this, not only as a guest curator, but also participating in so many of the programs that we've organized. So next, a week from this Thursday, August 3rd, that will be our first program. We are at Idlewild today. CJ will be doing, leading a discussion with other current Idlewild residents. So they're going to be able to share their stories of living in this community and what that's been like and how it's changed over time. So that is Thursday, August 3rd. It's at 7 o'clock. It's at the Holland Museum in our Spark Lab Smithsonian Education Space. And this is a free program. People can just come, but we do encourage you to register for it. And you can register through our website, which is hollandmuseum.org. So that's actually the first program. We're going to do so many, but at the end of August, we are working not only with CJ, but also his sister Giselle, who has written a musical called My Idlewild. So it's meant to take place, like, give you that feeling of being in one of those juke joint nightclubs at Idlewild, and it's going to have this amazing music, and it's really telling the story of Idlewild, but through music. So that is Saturday, August 26th, and that will be at the Holland Armory, which is on 9th Street here in Holland, and it's at 7 o'clock. And there is a ticket price for this. It's not a free program, but the ticket price is $25 if you pre-register. And so if you go to our website and pre-register, then you can pay the $25 ticket. It's $35 at the door.
Right. Now, and Michelle, you know, kind of wrapping up, obviously I want to mention to everybody that the exhibit does go on display this coming Friday, and we will have continuing coverage courtesy of some of our other reporters, just kind of keeping up, leading up to this throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend, as the exhibit is set to take place later on this week and last all the way until October. Michelle, kind of wrapping up, for people that are interested, why should they maybe consider heading on out to the Holland Museum during this time and really experience and learn, either learn more about or learn for the first time about this once bustling town in Michigan?
This town is an important part of Michigan's history. It's an important part of our country's history. It's an important part of all of our history and African American history. It's something that everyone should know about. So I encourage you to come, see these amazing objects, read, hear the stories, find out about more of the programs. We're going to be talking, we have so many more programs coming up in September and October. So check our website, hollandmuseum.org, to get more information about the exhibit, but also the upcoming programs, which will just really increase the depth that we're able to talk about this important community.
Absolutely. And I want to remind everybody that if you're looking for more information on how to get tickets for any of those extra opportunities, or even just planning out your visit to the Holland Museum to check out the exhibit, you can find everything you need to know right now on our website, woodtv.com. If you're watching us on Facebook, just head on down to the description box or the comment section. You'll find a link right there. Michelle, once again, thank you so much for stopping by the live desk today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.